guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing a review of the new KVD Good Apple concealer. This is the concealer that is a part of the Good Apple collection from KVD, the balm foundation that kind of went viral all over TikTok, all over YouTube. I actually never ended up testing it only because I had read into and watched a few reviews. I was a little skeptical of the foundation, and for my skin type, I just, from what I heard, wasn't really suitable. But I know a lot of people loved it, and I thought, let's give this concealer a good old try. I honestly haven't watched any reviews, I haven't read anything, so I'm going into this completely blind and I'm hoping for the absolute best. So this is the packaging. It's really, really pretty. It has like this interesting dropper-like top, but it's not a dropper, and it does have a typical like applicator. It is a little bit different, the applicator, as you can see. Oops, got some on my hand there. It's a little differently shaped. It's a little more unique. So I'm always interested in testing new applicators depending on how they work. Sometimes they can really make a difference in the way that it applies and glides and and all of that. An extremely long wear crease resistant concealer with the same hydrating, lightweight, full coverage as the iconic Good Apple foundation. So it is full coverage. It has a natural finish. It has raspberry stem cells to provide deep moisturizing benefits for all-day comfort and hydration. It has apple extract, which is rich in antioxidants to help nourish the delicate eye area. It uses ultra-concentrated interlaced pigments to seamlessly stretch over the skin for undetectable full coverage. Blemishes and dark circles don't stand a chance. Oh, here we go. The applicator also mimics your fingertip for precision and soft touch feel. The main claims are that it's lightweight, yet full coverage and kind of hydrating, so it's not going to be super drying, and that it's crease resistant. So we're going to also be doing a wear test today. We're going to go ahead and prime and apply some foundation, and then we will test this baby out. So we've applied some foundation primer. Let's go in with the concealer. This is the shade that I got, and this is what the formula looks like swatched on the hand. This is the shade Light 103, which I do believe is the lightest shade. It is quite light, but it will be nice and brightening. And I remember when I swatched it on my hand for the haul, it did maybe oxidize just the tiniest bit, and I felt like once it had sat on the skin, the shade actually looked, it was a pretty good match. It was still brightening, but good. So let's just go ahead and see. We're gonna apply under the eyes. It is a nice applicator. It gets right in that corner, which is nice. And it is very soft. I like to do some on the chin. And then right there. I don't want to use it directly on a blemish because I think it's too light. It's going to highlight that. Cover the blemishes that are in the areas I would typically highlight, and the rest I'll have to cover with some extra foundation or other concealer. So yeah, let's just go ahead and blend this in. Okay, so this is that blended in. First impression, I'm actually quite impressed with the under eyes. It really brightened them up. It does look pretty smooth. Like, it doesn't look dry at all. It's full coverage, but like not at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, wow, that covered. And then the more I look at it, I'm like, but did it? So I feel like I'm gonna add a little bit more just like in here. And then I'm not gonna worry about the blemishes just because I'm not really seeing much coverage on the blemishes. But let's see if it's buildable. Like I said, like it is full coverage, but it's, I don't know. I'm like, I just need like a little bit more right there. You know what I mean? So maybe not like as full coverage as I expected, but so far so good in general. Like, it's looking nice on the skin. It definitely looks and feels lightweight. Like, it doesn't feel super heavy. I'm not gonna like blend it too much so I don't take away the coverage. There we go. Yeah, I think it's slightly buildable. I wouldn't recommend it for blemishes. I just don't think that, you can't really compare anything to the NARS concealer. I'm actually just gonna go in with a tiny bit of foundation over that area. So like, yeah, I'm happy, but I just really need to see how it wears to have a final opinion. Because the coverage isn't like, I thought it was gonna be like, wow, this is better than Tarte Shape Tape, just with like the claims that it has. But still happy. And again, the shade for my skin tone, I think is really nice for brightening. So I really like that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup, and then I will be back, show you the final look, and then we'll do a wear test. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I have some comments. I'm feeling a little unsure about this concealer, and I feel like I was kind of a little unsure upon application. Now I'm a little unsure upon, you know, once it's been set. So I'm not like as impressed as I expected to be. So when I look up close at the concealer, it looks a little bit dry and almost like it's not that perfect, smoothed out, flawless. It kind of looks a little textured and dry. And not only under the eyes, but also beside the nose. I just don't think that it's sitting on the skin and it didn't set as nicely as I thought. It's not as hydrating as I would have expected. And you know, I even have matte concealers that don't look this dry under the eyes. It's not like super bad. Like, I would use it, but I also am not like as impressed with the coverage as I thought, because I felt like it was going to be, you know, the most full coverage ever, and it isn't. And I still feel like kind of my shadows are poking through a little bit. It didn't conceal the blemishes. It didn't even conceal my chin like I typically feel it does. So I'm honestly not super impressed with this. Let's go ahead though. I'm gonna give it a good shot, and I wanna see how it wears. So if it wears like really, really well, then maybe I would feel a little better about it. But ultimately so far, it's not my favorite. I'll be back to update you guys at the end of the day, or if I notice any changes throughout the day, I'll update you on those as well. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so it has been 8 hours since I finished my makeup, and I'm just here to update you. I do feel I have a final opinion on the concealer. I know it hasn't been the longest wear test, but I do feel like underneath the eyes, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. Do you see that creasing? I don't know if you guys can, yeah, like right there, you can see pretty exaggerated creasing. Also right in the glabellar line there, which I do have creasing there from time to time, but definitely not like, it doesn't happen every time I do my makeup. My favorite concealers, it doesn't do that. So I'm not super impressed with the way that this one wore. Also, I do feel like it transferred a little bit from my chin. I did wear a mask though, so it could be partially from that. And then beside the nose, it's not looking too bad, but it's definitely bunched up a little bit in the corners of the nose and creased a tiny bit. So I don't feel it's the longest wearing concealer. Plus, paired with the fact that the coverage wasn't as good as I expected and it looked a little bit dry, I just ultimately don't think it's my favorite. Sorry, there's like toys in the background. This background didn't go as well as I thought. It's not the worst concealer I've ever used, but it's definitely not the best. I recently did a Fab in 5, which is a series here on my channel, 5-minute quick little videos. And I did recently do one where I shared my top 5 concealers, the best, in my opinion, my most used, my most well loved, my holy grails. And so I will link that video down below for you guys if you're interested in some concealer recommendations, as I do definitely recommend all of those above this one for sure. So yeah, that's my final opinion. I hope you guys found this video helpful and enjoyed. If you did, give me a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to enter in the giveaway I have going on. All the information will be in the description box down below. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys next time. Oh, and PS, I thought I would also mention that I have not done any touch-ups to my makeup at all, just so you know. So yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.